Hello students, good morning. Students, in previous lecture we were study about the nutrition in unicellular organism. Now in today's video lecture we are going to discuss about the nutrition in multicellular organism. When we going to talk about multicellular organism, then we broadly study about the nutrition in plants and nutrition in animals. So students, today we are going to start this video lecture with nutrition in plants. And students, from previous classes, you all of you study about plants are autotrophic. Yes, plants are autotrophic. It means they have ability to prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Then students, what is the process of photosynthesis? What is the site of photosynthesis? Where the process of photosynthesis in plants take place? Just come on and see in this lecture. Students, here I take a mango leaf. Mango is a dipot plant, and here is a leaf is taken under the microscope, and what we observe in this diagram, we observe the kind of cells and structures which are present in this mango leaf. Before going to describe this structure, just first we are going to discuss about photosynthesis. So students, photosynthesis. And students, you all of you very clearly know that photo means light and synthesis means formation. It means the formation of food by the plants in the presence of sunlight. Here the light means sunlight is known as process of photosynthesis. In this process, plants intake carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water through their root from the soil, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. These are the polysaccharide cells, as you all of you clearly see that, visualize that, and there are the mesophyll cells. And in between the mesophyll cells, there are large number of air cavities. What? Air spaces or air cavities are present. And students, these mesophyll cells are chlorophyll containing cells. Yes, these mesophyll cells are chlorophyll containing cells. They contain the rich amount of chlorophyll that helps in trapping the sunlight to perform the process of photosynthesis. Students, the chlorophyll is present not only in leaves but also present in newly developed branches of the shoot, which appears green in color. So the chlorophyll are present inside a cell organelle that is called chloroplast. What is the structure of chloroplast? Just look here. Chloroplast is a double unit membranous structure. It is bounded by two unit membrane. As you all of you clearly see that the outer membrane and inner membrane. Inside the chloroplast, many coins start like structures. Many coins start like structures are present. These starts of coins like structure are called thylakoids. So students, here the coins start like structure is present inside the chloroplast, and each of the stalk of coins like structure is interconnected by a tubular structure that is called lamellae. What? Stroma lamellae or lamellae. What is stroma? I will also introduce you all of you with the term stroma and from where this term is taken and what is the means of the term stroma. So in this diagram we have rich amount of the granum. It means stalk of thylakoids. So, and beside this, the circular DNA is also present. The protoplasmic structures and a rich amount of matrix. The starch grains, 70S type of ribosomes. These structures are present inside the chloroplast. This is the structure of chloroplast. Students, now I am going to label this diagram. This is the starch grains, 70S ribosomes, and this is the coins stalk like structure stalk that is called thylakoid. And a single coin like structure, this is called granum. What? Grain. And its stalk is called thylakoid. One thylakoid is connected with another by stroma lamellae. What? Stroma lamellae. And this is the circular DNA. Circular DNA. Students, due to presence of circular DNA, the two cell organelles of eukaryotic cell, mitochondria, that is present in both plant and animal cell, and chloroplast, which is only found in plant cell. These two cell organelles are known to be cell within cell structure. Why these are called cell within cell structure? Because they contain circular DNA, it means genetic material. That's why these cell organelles has ability of self formation. Yes, students, they can regenerate their cells and multiply their cells. That's why this ability makes them cell within cell structure. It means each mitochondria can produce new mitochondria and each chloroplast can produce new chloroplast due to presence of this circular DNA. It is the prokaryotic type of genetic material, that is circular DNA. Now students, that are the matrix inside the chloroplast, and many more structures are also found. But today, which is important to know in this topic, a chloroplast has two parts. the first part that just come close to the sunlight, this part is called grana part. What is, student? Grana part. Here the process of light reaction take place. It means the reaction, the process of photosynthesis take place during the daytime or in the presence of sunlight. In which part of the chloroplast? That is the grana. Whereas, students, the next part which lag behind the sunlight or you can say that other sources of light, that is the stroma. That is the stroma. It means the process of dark reaction. Process of dark reaction, it means the process of photosynthesis in the absence of sunlight also take place during the long winter season as well as when there is no sunlight presence in rich amount in our atmosphere. Then the stroma is the site for the process of photosynthesis. So, students, let's going to know how the process of photosynthesis takes place. In this process, plants take carbon dioxide from atmosphere, as we clearly know that, water from soil through their roots, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Where is chlorophylls are present? Chlorophylls are present inside the chloroplast. They prepare the simple food substance, that is carbohydrate, or you can say that glucose, which further get stored in the form of starch. Yes, students, plants store their extra food materials in the form of starch. In this process, oxygen gas is also produced, and they also transpirate the water in the form of vapor. So here the water is also released during this process as byproduct. We are going to balance this chemical reaction. Here taken 6 CO2, 12H2O, 6 O2 and 6 H2 to balance this chemical equation. This is the chemical equation that representing the process of photosynthesis, and this process takes place inside the chloroplast. Thus, students, plants prepare their food by consuming these compounds, and hence called autotrophs are producer on our earth. Plants are only producer on our earth due to their autotrophic mode of nutrition. Thus, students, I hope you all of you understood the process of photosynthesis quite well, and here I am also going to describe this diagram clearly to make clear that what is the site and where the storage of the food take place, how the conduction of water take place. So let's see this diagram. This is a transversal section of a dipot leaf of mango. In dipot leaf, the both of the upper and lower surfaces has a very thin transparent cuticular layer or waxy layer, that is called cuticle, and this is a single layer of epidermis cells present at the both side, upper and lower side. Hence here this is the upper epidermis and this is the lower epidermis. Just below the upper epidermis there are long elongated parenchyma cells are present. These are living cells, and due to their elongated structure called palisade cells, and the palisade cells further continue with a center part, that is the mesophylar part, and the mesophylar cells have number of air cavities. As here you visualize, these are the air cavities present in between the mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells are chlorenchymatous type. They contain rich amount of chlorophyll. So students, the process of photosynthesis takes place in these cells at great extent. And if we are talking about this vascular tissue or vascular bundle, a single layer of dumbbell shaped cells of the endodermis, just below the endodermis a single circular structure of pericycle, and there are the two main conducting, or you can say that transportory element of a vascular bundle, xylem and phloem. Students, xylem helps in the conduction of water and dissolved minerals, whereas phloem tissues are responsible for the transportation and translocation of food, as well as the extra food materials are also stored in phloem. Thus, these are the two important tissues, xylem and phloem. Hence, these tissues are commonly called vascular tissue or vascular bundle. Students, in the lower surface of a dipotylid, there is a structure, or you can say that numerous structures are present called stomata. The stomata are well guarded by two cells of cashew shape, or you can say that bean shape. These cells are called guard cells. They help in opening and closing of this stomata. What is stomata? Minute pores present on the surface of the leaf that helps in the gaseous exchange, as well as they also responsible for the process of transpiration in plants. So these are called stomata. Stoma means opening. Stoma means mouth or opening. So the term stomata comes from the term stoma. Thus, students, through stomata, carbon dioxide is utilized and oxygen gas is released. Okay, and during transpiration, the water vapor is also transpired through stomata. Thus, I hope you will understand this diagram very well, and thus the process of nutrition takes place in plants by their self-making process. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.